Hello everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, yeehaw, and it is that time again. A new Pokemon has come to Pokemon Unite and it's put inside Pokemon Unite, and now it's time to decide whether or not you should buy the new Pokemon. The Pokemon, of course, I am talking about, boy, I said the word Pokemon a whole lot there, is Ho-Oh, our newest defender coming to the game, an EX defender, a classification that very soon will mean, well, kinda absolutely nothing, which is very interesting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, have you been living under a rock? The producer letter that came out yesterday said that they're getting rid of the EX classification and they are balancing Pokemon that are EX, that will be formerly EX, based on the rest of the roster. What does this mean for Ho-Oh? Well, this is really interesting because this means that Ho-Oh has actually released in the most balanced state I've seen an EX Pokemon throughout the history of this game. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not me saying that Ho-Oh isn't great. It is great, and in fact, in some form of coordination, I would say it's maybe as game-changing sometimes as some of the other powerful EX Pokemon that we've seen. However, this is the most balanced release of an EX we've ever had in the game, and I'm so unbelievably shocked, happy, kind of bewildered. I don't really know how to feel about it. I keep feeling like the other shoe is gonna drop, and then I go, oh no, wait, actually this is as broken as the other EX Pokemon, and the truth is it isn't. And that's weird, but kind of cool. Okay. So first, let's start with the whole EX thing. I don't think you're going to see this Pokemon get a lot of nerfs. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw maybe minor... I don't even know if they really need to buff it. There's just like some bug fixes or something I think they could do with it. However, Ho-Oh is really good. If you're looking to buy something for the sole purpose that it is the most broken thing in the game, well, I think your money is probably better spent on Ceruledge or something right now, because Ho-Oh doesn't seem to be it to me, which is shocking. Again, I'm just kind of pleasantly shocked throughout all this. What's a pleasant shock? Is there a word for that? Hold on, I gotta look this up. What is a word for being like pleasantly surprised?
A few moments later.
I'm enchanted. I'm enchanted by Ho-Oh. That's what I found. To be like kind of shocked pleasantly is to almost be enchanted. Wow. I stare in amazement at this Pokemon that somehow should be the most broken thing ever, and then just walks away being extremely, extremely good. So again, if you're looking for the most busted thing of all time, it is definitely not Ho-Oh. If you're looking to add a defender to your roster, this is an odd one. It plays in a very bizarre fashion. It's low on crowd control, which is one of the biggest, I think, bonuses of having a defender. Like, you think about something like Trevenant, right? Or Umbreon, Foul Play, Mean Look, Wood Hammer, Horn Leech, like all of these moves. You think about massive stuns, you think about moving the enemy around, and Ho-Oh doesn't really operate in that domain. It has sort of a terrain effect with Sky Attack that I absolutely love, and then it has this massive shield that redirects damage, which is really cool. But Ho-Oh does feel like if you gave it the supporter tag instead of the defender tag, I don't think anyone would be shocked by that. I think it sort of fills both roles pretty well. It's an interesting hybrid between being a super tanky, frontline, really hard to take down Pokemon that does disrupt the enemy, paired with a fully supportive Unite move that is literally bringing allies back from being KO'd. Like, you couldn't have a more support-focused Unite move, to having a big shield that draws damage away from you, to a lot of your moves really being set up to put your allies in good positions and your opponents in bad positions, but not necessarily through straight raw damage. Even though you can play this sort of more damage focus, you could play Fly, Flamethrower, and I'll talk about the movesets in a little bit. You could sort of play that as more of a chase down damage build, but it doesn't even feel like the damage is off the charts. Sometimes you'll walk out of a match, I think, with very high numbers on Ho-Oh. It'll look like you did a crazy amount of damage, but really what was happening is just you were frontlining the whole time and burning as many people as you could with Flamethrower, and because of that, your damage numbers were ticking up throughout the match. So I guess let's talk about the movesets really quick. You have Fly Flamethrower, which is one set. This has some really good really good, like maneuverability around the map. Like you can really get in and out of some crazy stuff because fly allows you to completely negate terrain. You fly right over it, quite literally. Similar to Talonflame, but you're targetable the whole time. You also have increased move speed while this is happening. You get 3 boosted attacks while this is happening. Your boosteds heal you for 4% of your max HP, each one of them. So right there, if you hit your 3 boosteds, you have a 12% max HP regen. The same thing with the Flamethrower. Flamethrower has HP regen when you're hitting enemy Pokemon as well. This thing just has so many ways to recover HP, so many ways to be tanky in a fight. It's really interesting. Now, another moveset that I prefer and love is Sky Attack Fire Spin. Sky Attack is pretty high risk, but also quite fast and really good early. And then there's Fire Spin. I think Fire Spin is the crowning jewel in this Pokemon's kit. It's a little janky sometimes, and there is clearly a little bit of a bug with it where even sometimes when your explosion is supposed to blow up and hurt enemies, it doesn't. I've had it happen when I take no damage. I've had it happen when I take some damage. I've also had it happen when it's like very borderline, like my shield could have broken, it looks like, but the burst still happens. So it's a confusing move that I think needs a little bit of fine tuning, but without question, having an unstoppable, which it makes you unstoppable, so you can walk right through, you know, any crowd control. Having a huge shield, and it is huge based on your max HP, and of course having the ability to redirect damage from your allies. Huge for a defender. You're keeping them alive, especially if you just revive them. I've noticed that Fire Spin's a really good move where if you just revive an ally, you can then use this move, redirect damage to you to make sure that they can get out of the situation. And of course, slow damage over time, like tick damage over time inside the vortex there, and a big burst of damage. This is the move in its kit outside of its Unite move, but its Unite move is really fascinating. And I want to talk about its Unite move for a second because I think we are all using its Unite move a little incorrectly. So I think a lot of people are waiting to use its Unite when you have like 3 or maybe even 4 allies down and hopefully revive the whole team and really make something happen. There are moments where that can happen in a match. Your team just gets caught, you know, that unfortunate moment, your team's like kind of walking through a choke and Alolan Ninetales hits like Blizzard Avalanche Unite move and just pops, like half the team is gone right there, and then someone else cleans up the rest with a real simple move. In that moment, of course, Ho-Oh Unite, they're all back. Brilliant, amazing, right? But what I've found actually works really well when your carry goes, like when they target your carry, like your Cerulege goes down, or it's just like a couple Pokemon get KO'd. I had a match earlier where our Metagross sort of dove pretty heavy towards the enemy side, and our Hoopa got caught because of it. Like our Hoopa was trying to support them. There were 2 down, and I didn't even wait. Like 2 down, brought them right back. The enemies had to use Unite moves to take them down in their central area. So my guys are back with Unites. It's like, yes, I could have waited. Maybe more of our allies would have went down, but sometimes juggling the KO timers and all that, just take a good opportunity to revive your allies rather than wait for the perfect opportunity. And that has really proved to be very helpful for me with Ho-Oh. Speaking of reviving your allies, one of the more interesting things about this, and I was talking to fellow Unite content creator Chris Heroes about this, one thing that's tough about playing this Pokemon solo is you, yes, can bring your allies back, but some of your allies, like you're bringing back your goal getter Greninja, who was never helpful in the first place, and now they just kind of face first into the enemy again. So this Pokemon doesn't carry as well as like some of the other carry Pokemon on their own, and sometimes you are forced with this weird situation where I had a match where I brought a Wigglytuff back, but they were never really that relevant in the match to begin with, so your Unite move kind of feels not so relevant. And when you want a Unite move to be a game-changing move that can help you win the match, sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't because of your allies, right? Which is why I think Ho-Oh probably continues to ratchet up a tier list the more coordinated you are. In a duo, way better than solo. In a trio, it's kind of probably busted. And then in a 5-stack, I think I can't imagine a situation where a good coordinated team couldn't make this one of the most broken things in the entire game, because you really could bait the enemy to just blow all their Unite moves and then bing, bring your whole team back and get ready for another huge fight. All that being said, I think Ho-Oh is one of the better releases we have had for something that looks like it's going to be completely overpowered. It's the best EX release we've ever had because it doesn't completely destroy the game. It actually does sit in line with that producer letter and make you go, wow, maybe they are trying to balance these a little bit more with the rest of the roster. In general, would I recommend you buy Ho-Oh? Honestly, no, I wouldn't buy it. I would do the event, I would unlock it for free, and I think that's the best way to go. If you did want to buy it day one, we did some math on it right here. If you don't do any of the quests and you just want to buy it day one, it will cost you 1,365 gems. However, people in my chat said if you literally do one day of like quests and the birthday cake thing, you get a couple dice from Panic Parade. They bought it for like 500 gems. So if you just throw all the money at it you can, it costs a lot. Otherwise, it costs about the same amount as a Pokemon. And then again, you can unlock it for free. Given that this release isn't going to completely change the game in a sense that if you don't have it, you lose or something, I actually think this is a great release to, you know, just play through the quests, unlock it when you unlock it, and enjoy Ho-Oh when we may be at a point where people aren't even banning it once you get to Master Rank. Because right now, if I'm being honest, there are a bunch of other Pokemon that I would rather see banned than Ho-Oh. Even though I don't think it's crazy for someone to ban Ho-Oh because it's a brand new EX Pokemon. But I would rather see Ceruledge banned. I would rather see Charizard banned than Ho-Oh for sure. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you buy it? How are you feeling about your purchase if you did? Are you not buying it? What are your thoughts there? I will say I really like it. I'm having a ton of fun with it. And also, I'm just so happy that it's not completely busted. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you. I'll see you all next time. I'm freaking enchanted over here.